All right, what's going on? Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Deep South EDC Live. So I was going over some news this morning, and I had heard a rumor about this, and I found the news story on it. So let's watch it and listen to it together, and I'll share my thoughts on more evidence that New Orleans is a failed state. So let's do it.
Fines to the police retirement system since the NOPD lost so many of its officers. It amounts to tens of millions of dollars.
And as Natasha Robin explained, one city council member says she doesn't understand why the council is just finding out about it.
Apparently, the city of New Orleans is about to owe a lot of money due to the fact that we do not have enough police officers.
New Orleans City Council member Helena Moreno was taken aback when she says she found out the city was getting fined by the police retirement system, EMPERS, because of the drastic drop in NOPD officers.
Due to the fact that we have lost more than 50 officers in 2 consecutive years, we're now going to owe a heck of a ton of money to EMPERS, which is the police retirement system.
Starting now, the city will have to pay $50,000 per month. Then the cost will go up to $214,000 per month in 2024.
It's going to be roughly $38 million over the next 15 years.
Despite the city's efforts to recruit more officers, many others are retiring from the force.
There's a report that by the end of the year, we'll have the lowest numbers of police officers that we've seen since 1947. I would suggest that we've already surpassed
1947.
that dubious number right now.
Raphael Gonecci of the Metropolitan Crime Commission says the NOPD has around 900 officers on the force, and that's counting recruits who are still in training.
So less than 900.
Much more officers so far this year than we've hired.
Now, we always thought that the reduction in police officers was always just a major public safety impact, but now it's also going to be a major financial one as well.
Moreno says she's especially frustrated because the council is just now finding out about the fines. She says a representative from
City Hall looks
told her
abandoned.
they've been in contact with the city for the past year about it.
Yet the council was never made aware of this particular issue. Not even the budget chair, not even Joe DeRusso was made aware that this was coming down the pipeline.
Moreno says on top of that, there was no effort to discuss the issue with the company.
Why were there not more robust conversations with EMPERS, work with the legislature to see if some things could be changed within the law to potentially help, cities like New Orleans really struggling to keep officers? None of that happened.
She says not having enough NOPD officers is already a major problem that affects everyone in the city.
Yeah.
Now she says there's a financial burden connected to the manpower shortage.
I don't understand why there wasn't a more proactive approach.
Natasha Robin, Fox 8, Local First.
So that's pretty crazy. We have the lowest number of police officers since we've had since 1947. They say we have 900, but they're counting recruits who aren't even police officers yet. So they're inflating the number. It's less than 900. I think I was reading somewhere, I need to try to find it, but I think the state considers our police force disbanded because of the number that we have. Right now, we've been under a federal consent decree since 2012 that the mayor keeps trying to get out of. But I don't know. We're also right now looking for a new police superintendent, which is in normal places, that's your police chief. Right now, we have an interim police chief, and they have a they have like a group of 6 applicants set up that the mayor has approved, that city council now has to approve, and now we have more issues going on with that. So I'm going to read this story. Local panel recommends 3 finalists in New Orleans police chief search. So I'm just going to kind of skim. So along with Woodfork, who is our interim police chief, the panel forwarded the names of former Oakland, California police chief Ann Kirkpatrick and Theodric Andrews, who was recently the police chief in Henderson, Nevada. So this Ann Kirkpatrick, she has a law degree. I think she might be the best candidate from what I've read. It remains unclear how influential the recommendations will be as Mayor Cantrell, who picked the panel, prepares to choose her nominee for the city council to confirm under a charter amendment city voters upheld or approved last fall. So before the mayor could hire anybody, and that's been a big problem for years. Next, the International Association of Chiefs of Police, which was hired to conduct the search process, will offer recommendations for finalists who will interview with Mayor Cantrell. The external panelists include City Councilman Oliver Thomas, who did not respond to a message. So they've narrowed it down from 6 to 3. 2 women, 1 man. One of them is the interim police chief, who is the police chief right now. There are other stories here. This is crazy. Let's just go to the homepage. Here we go.
Well, a series of car break-ins at the Riverwalk parking lot has visitors on edge. Paul and
This
Pam
is supposed to be
Nelson
the
are
tourist
in town for the
area.
Shania Twain concert scheduled for tomorrow night. They planned an extended weekend stay at the Four Seasons Hotel, but their factory-lifted GMC truck was too tall for the hotel garage and needed to be parked in the open lot a few blocks down. Nelsons checked on their truck this morning to find they were victims of one of about 10 break-ins overnight. They say they love visiting New Orleans, but something needs to be done about this crime trend.
They made a report, gave us an incident number, but they all really told us this is happening like once a week. You know, so I mean, we have to have a little better security for them
More than
when they
that.
come to visit.
Way
We need
more.
to find a solution for New Orleans.
They're lying.
We love coming here and we want to come back, but it definitely doesn't want to make it.
Doesn't make you want to live here either.
Purchased that truck about 6 months ago. They're in the process of fixing their window today and plan to leave as scheduled after the concert.
So this is like the tourist area. It's right next to the aquarium and the new insectarium that they just built. It's near the French Quarter. I mean, their car break-ins around here are common. One day I woke up just right outside front door, 3-4 cars in front of mine all had their windows smashed. I don't know why mine didn't. I got lucky, I guess. It's crazy. You know, the crime here is ridiculous. Police respond sometimes depending on the case. New Orleans East is a freaking battleground, you know. They have no police response time. I didn't even get to this story. So my last live stream, I did the story about the woman who was driving on Highway 90 over to the West Bank and someone shot at her through her windshield. The police never responded. A couple of days later, another couple was driving down the exact same stretch of highway and they got shot at too, except both of them were hit in the legs. So, you know, like, this is crazy. New Orleans has had a sniper before. I look it up back in the 80s or early 90s. Or was it Baton Rouge? Maybe it was both. Anyway, so this isn't, it could be like random acts, but I mean, 2 people already in the same week or 3 people in the same week. It's ridiculous. The mayor and her, what do you call it, administration is so corrupt. She's being investigated for all kinds of stuff. And we had a chance to recall her. There was a lot of funny business going on with that after all of the petitions were submitted. It's just corrupt. Everybody's lining their pockets. It's nuts. I don't know. I think they keep everybody complacent by letting you just drink wherever you want, as long as it's not in a glass container. Drink in the street, whatever. There is no open container law here. So just keep everybody drunk and complacent while you rob them blind. The streets are all fucked up. Some of them don't even have signs. We don't have lights working. We don't even have pumps to keep our city from flooding during a light rainstorm, let alone all these hurricanes that we're supposed to be getting ready for. It's hurricane season right now. No updates about the pumps. Sewage and Water Board has all kinds of corruption going on there. Like, the longer I just live here and just look and listen, like, the worse it gets. Like, what's gonna save it? Keep voting the same way again? You know? Like, it's just crazy. This is a city that's we rely a lot on tourism for our money, and who's going to want to come here for tourism if they know they're going to be a victim of a crime, a victim of vandalism, a victim of a break-in, a robbery, armed robbery? I mean, there is that story I covered about that man from from St. Louis, and he was like the guy who really loved blues. He came here for a little like blues festival. Someone broke into his hotel room and beat him to death while the wife had to listen and was locked in the bathroom. I mean, I could go on. Those aren't even the things that I've personally witnessed. So I think, guys, if you are here in New Orleans, I highly recommend you to stay well regulated. If you have your concealed carry, try to carry every day. I carry every day, carry everywhere. Practice your dry fire practice, get training. There's a new shooting range over here. I forget what it's called, like Neutral Grounds or something like that. I think it used to be where the St. Bernard Indoor Shooting Center was that got hit by that tornado and was destroyed. I think it might be, I don't know. I'll have to go look. I haven't been there yet. But yeah, go get some training, even if it's a handgun class. But if you are there at the basics, try to take something a little more advanced, if you know what I mean. House clearing, urban rifle, things like that. And don't take just one class from one person. Try to diversify your training, even if you just might pick up one little thing. You're going to make yourself that much better. Make sure everything is maintained and functioning, staying well regulated. Anyway, guys, that was pretty depressing. So I'll just leave that right there. Anyway, it's what's the date today? Today's the 24th, July 24th. So we're still celebrating America's birthday. And yeah, guys, follow me everywhere at DeepSouthEdc, Twitter, Truth, Minds, Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, all that good stuff. If you liked what you saw, hit that thumbs up button, share it with your friends, make sure to subscribe, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Remember to stay well regulated. Peace.